Hello, welcome back to Lifted Veil. Today I'm just going to do a quick pick a card. They're never quick. Quick reading on your life's purpose. Okay. And the interesting thing is when I chose the 3 cards, 2 of them are cards that have recently, even though I shuffled again, have been recent cards that have come out in different reads. So you may, if you've watched some of the other videos, you may have seen them. But the first card that came out was the Unseen, and then the Animal. This is one that had come out previously, and the final one, which has also come out more than once recently, is the Stone. Okay, so I will turn this around so you can see them, and then pause the video and choose what you want. Okay. Welcome, pile number 1. You have chosen the Unseen. All right, so we will be using that as your main signifier. I should have cleared my table so that I could have space to lay the cards down. It's hard to lay them down on my bed because they kind of fall all over. Okay, so we have the Unseen. Let's choose a light seed card to go with it. The Unseen talks about like the hidden signs, the energy that is coming toward the truth that needs to be known, kind of thing. It's what you intuitively can sense, but it may not be present physically at the time. All right. Cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of my life. Sorry, I had to dismiss an alarm. Cracked open. I think that a lot of you are just getting into, oh, my robot is cleaning, are just getting into what your life purpose is. I think that the spiritual awakening is happening for you, and this is the time when you are going to discover why you're here. Let's see if we can get any enlightenment to go with it. Surrender to the alchemy of life. Life, you know, a lot has happened in my life. There's been a lot. I will say that the majority of it was created, no, I'll say it was framed. It was framed by my Gemini mind, which means there was a lot of thinking going on. Bottom of the deck, we have Judgment. So this is a time where you're going to start deciding what you are taking with you into your next portion of your life. Okay, so we have King of Pentacles, Death, Page of Cups, the World, the Hierophant, the Five of Swords, which fell under the Death card, the King of Cups, which came under the Page of Cups, that's interesting, and the Six of Pentacles, which came under the World. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can show the spread really quick. So this is what we have for the spread. Okay. So pile number 1, immediately what's coming to me is the idea of you being a light worker. I'm seeing with the King of Pentacles a strong and stable within the world energy. But I'm also seeing with the Death card this idea of allowing the process of life to happen, leading to new opportunities with the Page of Cups, which is quite a psychic card. And then the world, so things ending, and then new beginnings. And then when we start with the next row, we have the Hierophant, which, again, underneath the King of Pentacles, tells me that you might be some sort of leader or teacher. And with the Five of Swords falling under the Death card, it's this ability to see and fight for things, but with the recognition of when it's time to stop. And when the King of Cups will come in and be able to sort of transform the energy. Again, it's about transforming the energy into something with the Six of Pentacles that is beneficial to a majority, or to, a lot, to a community. So what I'm sensing is that you're on this path that's going to be bringing you to the point of being able to help others transform their pain and be a light worker, basically. I don't know if you've already experienced whatever Tower moment takes you from the original King of Pentacles to the Death card. But let's clarify the King of Pentacles. We have the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. Okay. So this is an energy of being very I'm sensing that this is a previous, or possibly it's current energy of feeling like you have to be really creative to be able to overcome lack. Okay. But I'm seeing that this is something that's coming to an end with the Death card, because we have the Emperor and the Page of Wands. Okay. So this feeling of lack is going to be coming to an end through the use of discipline and new ideas. So what's the Page of Cups? The Queen of Swords and the Devil. So perhaps there's something that you are about to realize about the things in your life that are holding you back. Perhaps you're not taking care of your health, and when that happens, sometimes, like if we're eating the wrong things or doing things to excess, our bodies are not primed for the type of spiritual, for the type of energies that need to come in. We're not primed for it, right? So it's kind of like we have oil in us a little bit, and then when somebody tries to put in this fresh water, it doesn't mix quite right, okay? But then we have the World card. Here's the Tower moment. Because there's going to be something that you're letting go of that feels like a heartbreak, but it's really in your best interest with the Empress. It's almost like letting go of it is a way of you actually showing how much you love yourself. Okay? So then with the Hierophant, so you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay? This is going from, 1 to 10. in one thing, and having it be underneath the Hierophant, or clarifying the Hierophant. This is all about learning how to provide legacy, you know, and this also fell under the King of Pentacles. I mean, the cards were under the Hierophant was under the King of Pentacles, so it's about, you know, discipline and being able to show others how to get from point A to point B. Let's look at the Five of Swords under the Death card. We have the Two of Swords and the Wise Ones. Again, this is about showing people, being the person that they can go to be able to find out how to move forward when they're lost. Okay? When they're hurt, when they're lost, how do they let go and move forward? What's the King of Cups? The Ten of Wands and the Three of Swords. Okay, so we just had the Three of Swords previously with the World card. This is a second card in the deck for the Three of Swords. This one is about implementing plans. So if the Ace of Swords is the inspiration, the Two of Swords is the planning, the Three of Swords is actually implementing the plans. And so your job, the thing that you do, is you help people understand how to live their best life in order to let go of the burdens and move their plans forward. But you do it in a loving way. You're the King of Cups, okay? You're the King of Cups, where it's about truth, stability, honesty, and compassion. Okay? So the Six of Pentacles. Wow. We have the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Swords. I feel like this is the energy with the Six of Pentacles, that you're going to be showing people how they keep themselves in these energies, right? And it's also a warning for you not to allow yourself to put yourself in these situations, okay? Because when we deal in energies of betrayal, and then we're stuck with the consequences and the nightmares. That was interesting. Let's do 2 more cards to clarify the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Swords, just because that's kind of intense. Okay, so to clarify those, we have the Lovers and the Eight of Pentacles. So again, the Lovers is about choices, it's about paths that we're on, and I think that we're seeing how we don't want to take the easy path, because that's a way of betraying ourselves. Wow. Okay, well, it seems like light worker. I think whatever you have been through or are going through or about to go through is something that is going to open you up to a spiritual gift that will allow you to assist others in following or transmuting that same path. Okay, because when we successfully get through tower moments in our lives and we grow, we learn things that it's our duty to pass on. It's essential that we let those who come after us we help them understand how they can get from one point to another point. Okay, even sometimes that just means providing space for them to do it without judgment. I think that's key, providing space for them to do it without judgment. So pile number 1, this is what we have when it comes to your life's purpose, and we'll see you on the next read. Hello, pile number 2, you have chosen the Animal. So the Animal is about being comfortable in your own skin. It's embracing the fact that you are human, that you are an animal, that there are times when you are going to be a messy animal. There are times when you're going to give in to your animal side. There are times when you must conquer your animal side. But it's also about being comfortable in your skin and in who you are. So let's also get a light seed card. We have weight of the world, boundaries. Let it go, it's not yours to carry. Okay. Let it go, it's not yours to carry. Ooh. The cards just jumped out. Okay. I'm not taking every card though, because it's almost the whole deck. Alright. Weight of the world, it's not yours to carry. Have you maybe been thinking that you have to be so disciplined, or you're not tapping into your wild side because there's too much to be done? This often happens for parents. We have the moon on the bottom, okay, where they feel as though there's so much that needs to be done. Sometimes they can't stop and enjoy the time they have with their kids. We, again, still have the moon on the bottom, so. All right. Okay, and I just cut the deck, and we still have the moon on the bottom, and I specifically felt like I was trying to, okay, that's interesting to me, because I was trying to make sure it was put, anyway. So first card we get is the Six of Pentacles, which is interesting. It was the last card in the previous read. And the King of Cups, which was also in the previous read. Interesting. The Magician. And the Four of Wands. Okay, you can hear my robot cleaner, and I'm sorry about that, but I can't get up and get it right now because everything's on my bed. All right, then we have underneath the Six of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and then the Hanged One, which comes under the King of Cups, the Ace of Cups under the Magician, and the Page of Cups. All right, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see this. All right, so this is what the spread looks like. Okay, so pile number 2. Let's just dive right in, because I'm getting an impression that your life's purpose is something to do with love and joy. Love and joy. But I'd like some clarity on it. Okay, so for the Six of Pentacles, I need to cut the deck. The Knight of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Okay, I'm getting that this is about embracing your passion and creating relationships that are based on passion as opposed to transaction. Let's see, the the King of Cups. Okay, well, this is interesting because you saw previously that underneath the King of Cups was the Hanged One. Well, to clarify the King of Cups, we have the Hanged One and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this is about changing the perspective on what a relationship is, about changing it from being something that's dealing with like the 3D world, the physical, the what I mean by the physical is I mean like the things, the money, the physical abundance, and sort of changing your perspective on that. And then we have for the magician, we have the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, that's this idea of transforming this overabundance into something that's a legacy. So taking it beyond just the physical realm, just taking it beyond the transaction of it, right? Tons of abundance, but what do we do with that abundance? And then for the 4 of Wands, we have the Star and the 8 of Swords. So when it comes to the idea of commitment, you may be in a situation or have been in a situation where what you hoped for was this abundant love, and it was more transactional, and so it feels almost like a prison. And I think that boils down to feeling as though you're in charge of having to make sure everything is taken care of, right? You're the responsible one. You have to take care of all the problems that arise. And you seem to have lost sight of that passionate animal instinct. So let's look at the Page of Swords. They're the King of Wands and 2 of Swords. It's almost as though you have this idea that you know you want something to change. It's a very passionate idea, but with the being just the Page of Swords, you're not sure how to get there. You know, you're not sure what the route is, or the route. So for the Hanged one, we have the Wise Ones and the 7 of Wands. Okay. It's very possible for a lot of you that you are in a situation, a commitment, where the Wise Ones have told you this is where you're supposed to be, you know, and you may have to change your perspective and fight for the idea of not living the same life that you've been living. Okay, that change needs to happen, that you are responsible for saying, I'm not okay in this situation, however abundant it may seem, because there's a part of me that I'm not in touch with, the animal part, which it's part of us, you know, and it's not meant to be a bad thing. In fact, even in the book it says that when the Buddha achieved enlightenment, he howled at the moon, or barked, or something about, you know, being in touch with his animal side because he was so joyous. Let's look at the Ace of Cups. So many possibilities, especially love possibilities, are on the horizon, but there needs to be this balance. Okay? Something about the relationships that you are currently in need to have a balance happen, you know, to open up these possibilities for you. And let's look at the Page of Cups. Okay, so the Page of Cups was underneath the 4 of Wands, right? Okay, and 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands, to clarify the Page of Cups. So once you get in tune with your animal side and be able to really find the joy in the relationship again, you're meant to be happy. You're meant to be happy and committed. That's your life purpose, is to be in these types of community relationships, whether it be family, friends, work, whatever it is. It deals with you and other people, but there has to be passion behind it. Has to be joy and not just transactional relationships. It looks like your life purpose is truly to build joyful relationships and in these families. But part of that is by letting go of some of the responsibility and allowing others to have their chance to be responsible. That's lovely. I love that for you. All right. Well, this is what I have for you. I hope it is enlightening and resonates on some level. If not, let it go. All right. We'll see you on the next read. Hello, pile number 3. You have chosen the stone. Now, the stone is actually quite a psychic card, because it's like the card of energies that we have learned through our multiple lifetimes that we carry with us, and they keep us grounded, but they also provide weight. So they can be burdens, but they are also symbols of what we have learned in our past lives. Okay. All right, so let's take a star seed card for you. We have fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. Fall into my arms. So immediately what's coming to me is this idea of, with the extremes of life, needing to have that touchstone to keep us grounded. Let's see. We have the Wheel of Fortune in the middle of the deck. As I split it, it just caught my eye. With the Moon on the bottom of the deck. Ooh. Okay. By the time I got to pile number 3, my hands were just too tired to shuffle. Okay, one more shuffle and then we'll cut the deck. Okay. We have Death at the bottom of the deck. Alright, our first card, we have the Ace of Wands. We have the Seven of Cups. Knight of Cups. The Strength card. The Nine of Pentacles, which is falling underneath the Ace of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles, which is falling under the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Pentacles, which is under the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Wands. Is that 3 knights in this read? Oh yeah, extremes. Okay. Looks like you're constantly taking action. Constantly taking action. Okay. We have Judgment on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Life's purpose. So I think what I'm seeing here is that the idea of creating balance in your life is your purpose at this point. I think that maybe you've lived so many lives that this is a point of where you have the opportunity to clear karma and create balance, okay? To create a balanced soul for your next life. Well, let's clarify cards. Because we all live many, many lives. And some of us have the same purpose in every life. It just manifests in different ways. And some of us, we go through times when our purpose is just through the learning, or just through teaching, or, just creating or destroying karma. Not destroying karma, but creating or overcoming karma. We have the High Priestess on the bottom. But then there are like the star seeds that they come in, and their life's purpose here is the same throughout the entire time. It's to elevate the energy of the world. Okay. But I think your purpose here in this lifetime is to create balance. So with the Ace of Wands, we have the Knight of Cups and the Three of Cups. So these are passionate, very passionate cards. I mean, the Ace of Wands, first of all, is a passion card. And then the Three of Cups with happiness, and the Knight of Cups with, with a love offer. So it's almost like the extreme that I'm seeing here is the extremes in love, and then the extremes in security, right? Because we have almost all pentacles on the bottom except for the one wand, and then on the top we have the fiery cards and the love cards. Okay, let's look at the Seven of Cups. We have the Nine of Wands and the Wise Ones, which is the Hierophant. So again, it's like jumping into a situation that we're so excited about, but it's creating problems because we're not going into it in a balanced way. Let's look at the Page of Cups. The Sun and the King of Pentacles. So when these love offers, or whatever they are, when these opportunities are coming along, we're looking at them as, this is it. This is going to provide stability and happiness, right? And the Strength card. Wow, the Lovers and the Two of Cups. I mean, ultimately, I can tell that you want to be happy and share that happiness with somebody else. So why is that a problem? Let's see. We've got this Nine of Pentacles with the Knight of Swords and the World card. Okay, my robot vacuum cleaner is making tons of noise. Okay, so Knight of Swords in the World. I think this is trying to understand the idea that the physical stability is as important as the love connection and trying to recognize that one in at some points of your life may be overshadowing the other. Let's look at the Knight of Pentacles. They're the King of Swords and the Seven of Swords. So I feel like in this journey of staying stable, that all of the ideas from the Seven of Cups, which is what it comes under, are, it's almost like you have to be very, very careful what options you choose. Okay? And be brutally honest with yourself about your intentions with them, especially when it comes to love relationships. All right, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles under the Page of Cups. We have the Three of Swords and the Death card. Okay. So this is about stopping the idea of putting work into relationships that are not working for you. Okay. If a relationship is not helpful, is not beneficial, it's time to let it go. It's about the dissatisfaction. Okay, so the Knight of Wands, we have the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Cups. And these all fall under the Strength card. There's a lot of options and choices and extremes that are going on in this. And I think your life's purpose is to figure out how to balance this, because if you look at this, Fall Into My Arms. This is a beautiful card. I don't know if you can really see the image that well. It's almost like you're sent here at this time in this life to use all of your past knowledge to balance the extremes that you've previously gone through, and use that touchstone in order to find your one, which you'll then be moving toward. Because if you'll remember, the Strength card was clarified by the Lovers and the Two of Cups. And then underneath it was the Knight of Wands, which is fiery passion. But it's a matter of fighting for your choice. Interesting. I think pile number 3, that you're here to balance your karma and find your soulmate. I think we have lots and lots of soulmates, but I think your purpose here right now in this life is to make contact with a soulmate. And to do that, you're going to have to draw on all of the wisdom and energies of your past lives and use those as a touchstone. So, and you may be resistant because you may see so many opportunities, or you may think this person's not stable enough, or I don't know what it is. But there's an epic connection for you. All right, well, pile number 3, this is what I have for you. Hope it helped, and I'll see you on the next read.